Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to WoW Classic TBC and our Human Mage. We did an underbog run the other day, and we're coming off the heels of that. We're back at Ormar Harborage. We do have a quest to turn in here before we take off and go do anything else, so let's get that squared away. There we go. Overlord Gorfist, the centerpiece of any ogre tribe, is its leader. Without leadership, the Angro-Rosh organization will disappear and they'll resort to infighting and to determine who will lead next. Although we've seen the ogres out and about in the area, their true strength is concentrated in their Angro-Rosh stronghold to the northwest. It's located in a cave on a small island connected to the marsh by a fallen mushroom. Okay, I know where that is. Yeah, we did that on the warrior. I think if we're patient, one of the NPCs down here in the south gives us another quest to go up here to get an item. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to head all the way down to the south, and we're going to first finish our discarded nutriments quest that we began the other day, and then continue over into this area here to get the mature spore sacks, because I think it's this quest giver that's going to give us something to go up here. We're going to at least make sure that every other quest is clear before we do that. And yeah, after this handful of quests that we have, excepting anything might chain, I think we're going to be wrapping things up here in Zangarmarsh and looking to move on into Terakar. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. Zangarmarsh is a smaller zone than Hellfire. One of you guys let me know some of the stats around how many quests are in each zone, and I found that really interesting, that my overall feelings were right. Hellfire is, by its quest count, the largest zone, by a bit. By like 15 to 20 quests in some cases, sometimes more. I'm gonna try to squeak through these guys. Oh, it wasn't quite as squeaky as I would have wanted it to be. We also have a quest for spore bats, which are going to be more prevalent on the eastern side of the zone, but we can find them out here. So I am going to try to leash these two and tag the spore bat. Can't imagine they're going to... yeah, there we go. That's not the right action bar. There we go. I decided to put buffs up before pressing record today for a change. I know it's probably not quite the same kind of episode without me getting into combat and then immediately saying that I'll eventually put my buffs up. But yeah, today we've already got them. I don't want to run through their village. I'm so glad I stopped to fight that thing long enough to realize that the road was going to take me right through the Horde town. Let's come this way a bit. Yeah, we need Fenstrider tentacles as well, so we might just have to go back to this side of the zone to get that stuff. I haven't seen many of those Striders out here in the west. Which doesn't mean that they're not around, they just don't seem to be nearly as prevalent as they are over to the east. Well, today is Monday, the 29th as I'm playing this, and yeah, we are on the eve of pre-patch. I'm actually getting pretty excited. Ready to begin my Death Knight journey, ready to see what the Fresh Start Realm has in store, now that I've kind of come to peace with the fact that I do want to play in the Fresh Start, but I don't want to push to get level 70 in 4 weeks, because I know that's just it's not feasible for someone like me. And I'm gonna want to take either the Mage or the Warrior into Outland first anyway. So, and right now it's a dead heat. I don't know who I prefer at this point. I guess they each have their pros and cons. Obviously, the thing I like about the Warrior is that it's the Warrior. You know, we can tank on it. The ease of finding dungeon groups while we're leveling up in Northrend would be huge. I'm pretty familiar with all the dungeons in Northrend. I think it'll come back to me pretty quickly, so I don't really worry about being able to tank them. I think I'll be able to tank them just fine. Now raiding, I've never tanked any of those bosses. I've only ever healed and DPS'd the raids in Wrath. But I have experienced all of the raids in Wrath, so I'm pretty familiar with them. But just not from a tanking perspective. This probably isn't too big of a deal. It's easy to look up guides and read about mechanics, figure out what a tank has to do. Usually the most complicated thing a tank has to do is like tank a boss in a certain spot and maybe taunt swap with the off tank or something like that. And that is level 65. Yeah, well, what do we want to do here? Well, first, I do want to go back to this direction and get the nutriments we need. Could go into improved Cone of Cold. We hardly ever use it. We could start going into Arcane. We could... One of you guys mentioned Arcane Concentration. 2% of entering a clear casting state after any damage spell hits a target. That is actually not bad. I might respec at some point. Because, yeah, I feel like a respec would not be the worst thing right about now. Yeah, I really don't know if I need to go into anything else over here. Anything else seems like kind of a waste. We don't use Cone of Cold a ton. Having the Blizzard add the slow effect would be useful sometimes in dungeons. When we've done messed up and pulled aggro, like... But that's like planning to make a mistake. I don't like planning my build around like making what is essentially a mistake. Because I'm not going to use it in the world. I'm not going to do any AoE stuff. I know in the beginning of this playthrough I kind of said that I might experiment with it, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized that I'm not really suited to that type of gameplay. And it doesn't really seem like the kind of thing you do while questing. It just seems like the kind of thing you do to grind out mobs to level up by grinding out mobs. And I don't really have an interest in that. So I'm not going to go into Improved Blizzard. I'm not going to go into Cone of Cold. We're only getting 5 more talent points, so I'd have to, if I wanted to ever get down to Arcane Concentration, I'd have to do a respec. That being said, reducing the target's resistance to all of our spells might not be a bad idea. That's only 2 points we'd have to go in to get that. Let's go there for now. I'm gonna have to respec eventually. That's for sure. And maybe we'll eventually try fire. I don't really know if fire is very viable for leveling. Sometimes we hit things with our fireball though, and it basically sheds half of its health, so... I imagine if you get a couple of fireballs off, for instance, let's just try a fireball on this spore bat here. We're not fire spec at all, so we have nothing improving the damage of our fireball. I'm just curious. See, that didn't do a lot. We've hit enemies before where it's done a lot. Maybe they were like elementals. Maybe that's why. And yeah, so the overall plan for the channel right now is starting tomorrow we're going to be working on our Death Knight. And we're going to be working on Fresh Start. And we are going to still be playing the Mage. I think I'm going to be doing the Mage like every other day. I want her to get some rested experience for when we play. I do plan on taking her all the way to 70 before Wrath comes out. And I know that we only need to be 68 to go to Northrend. But I really just want her to be 70. I want her to be 70. I want to get our tailoring maxed out. Speaking of tailoring, I did work on it a little bit. And I don't know if I ever rightly mentioned it. We're at 350 out of 375, so pretty excited to get that maxed out and ready for Northrend. So yeah, I do want to get her all the way to 70. I feel like having those 2 levels is going to be big. I'd rather not just like stop at 68 and wait. 68 is fine for when you're leveling up a character while the expansion is out. We still have 4 weeks, so we definitely have time to casually get 5 levels by questing, doing some dungeons. And yeah, oh, speaking of dungeons, forgetting all my housekeeping today. we need to take a look at this. I put some plus 12 spell damage gems into this new chest piece we got, so that's 36 plus to spell damage, which is pretty big. It's got another 28. That's like 62 or something. It's a pretty big number. Those more mathematically inclined can probably just do that in their head, but yeah, huge amount of plus spell power now on this robe, so pretty happy about that. Got that from the Underbog run. But yeah, and I'll be playing in the pre-patch as much as I can. Now, when the pre-patch events begin, which I believe is either the 6th or the 9th of September, one of those. When those events begin, we will check those out on the Warrior and the Mage. And I know they offer like some gear, so we'll be chasing down some gear, maybe some gear to get us ready to go to Northrend in. That'll be especially needed on the Mage, I think. The Warrior has some stuff from the few dungeons we did at level 70. Mainly what he's got is tanking stuff, though. When we do take him into Northrend, he's going to be a Fury build wielding two-handers. So that's going to be exciting, but he does need another weapon, so... We have the one weapon on him from the Ring of Blood, which I think is still going to be decent. And then we'll see what we can get from any of the pre-patch events, the Scourge Invasion events. And so the Death Knight is going to be here on Pagel. It's going to be a human Death Knight. And as for the Fresh Start realms, they haven't released the names of the Fresh Start realms yet that I've seen. It doesn't seem like they're going to. I'll do a little bit of digging this morning. And if I do find any names of the Fresh Start realms and their time zones, I will just do a quick update. Probably on the community page to let you guys know what realm I'm going to be on. Otherwise, I'll just try to get that updated as soon as I can.
What brings you here?
So yeah, what I'd say is to keep an eye out on the community page. I'll try to get it up there. As soon as I know what server I'm going on, I will try to let you guys know.
May the stars guide you.
I could do a quick video about it. I could do just a quick video. Maybe I'll do that. It should only take a few minutes to post a few minute video. Sometimes I do that though, and it's like YouTube hates when you do something totally different. So if I do like a 2-minute update video, it like puts all my stats all wacky and in the toilet. Alright, so the nutriment has been collected. Now we need to come over here and pick up the spore sacks. Not snacks. Not for us anyway. They're snacks for the bog lords. Alright, here we go. So here's what they look like. I don't know why I thought I could just walk up and grab that and completely ignore the giant enemy there. No idea. I don't like the tandem running. That's a little bit weird. Maybe they just leash. No, they're just sprinting around because they're insane. Oh, they're attacking the Sporlocks. Yikes. Sorry, little Sporlock buddy. Didn't know what they were doing. One of my goals with Wrath as well is to have at least one character who has done every available quest that we can get. That is one of my big goals, so we will make sure that one character has at least gone through all of the zones, done every quest that we can. Obviously, we won't need every quest to get to level 80. But we're gonna keep questing until we've done every quest we can. And the reason we're going to do that is, for me, Classic Wrath is both the best version of Classic. It's the version of WoW that I enjoyed the most when it was out. It's the version that I enjoyed more than any other version of WoW. And for me, it's the last Classic version of WoW. Anything they do after this, unless they just simply continue to build off of Wrath and the systems and foundation there, anything after this is no longer Classic for me. I have no interest in a Cataclysm Classic. I don't have a lot of interest in a Mist of Pandaria Classic, because honestly, like, the systems in Mist are modern systems. Mist was an expansion that I leveled through, that I started raiding the first tier, and then I took a break from the game. So I don't have a lot of big memories about Mist, I guess, the way some people do who started maybe playing the game around then. I remember it being an amazingly artistic expansion, beautiful level design, but the systems as far as like combat, pacing, classes are definitely firmly into the modern era at that point. So as neat as that might be, for me, Classic stops at Wrath, so I want to get everything out of it that I can, and part of that is having at least one character who's gone ahead and done every quest. Let's just fight this guy. We need to make our way over in this direction anyhow. Oh, our buddy back there has a buddy. That was a big resist. There we go. Handled that easily enough, thanks to the water buddy's sacrifice there. Let's see, he has Sporagar. You're a kind human, not like some others I've met. You should meet the rest of my people. They'll be very grateful for your help. Take these spore sacks to my leader, Mishvin. You will find him in Sporagar, north of here. I don't think we ever went into Sporagar, really, on the warrior. I don't really know why. I don't remember doing much over here, besides what we've just done. But yeah, it looks like there's, like, a bunch of quests here. Definitely we've never did any quest for them. Interesting. Maybe it was a reputation thing. I don't know. We're neutral with them, so we're not even friendly or anything. Well, this will be nice if there's going to be some more questing here to do in Zengarmarsh. I am all about that. You've helped protect the next generation of Sporlings, human. We can only repay you by welcoming you into our homes. Stay for a bit and meet the other Sporlings. They will have many questions. I hope you don't mind. Glowcap mushrooms. I've seen your kind use shiny round pieces of metal to trade for things that you need. We're not so different from you. We use shiny round mushrooms as our currency. Glowcap mushrooms grow everywhere in the marsh. You just have to know how to pick them from the ground without wrecking them. I'll teach you how to do it if you promise to bring us some for our reserves. Alright, I'm assuming he just then taught us how to do it. That was implied. And they grow, like, right here. I'm kind of assuming that the sporelings grow into these. Like, right? Right? I mean, that has to be it, right? Like, eventually they mature into those things? Maybe. Well, we were a peaceful people. We were at war with the spore giants. Maybe not. It says that they're like a different people. Whether we like it or not. And there is a saying among us that all is fair in mushrooms and war. Wow. One of the leaders of the spore giants, Hungerfen, has been tending a very special plant known as the Underspore to perfection for millennia. Millennia? For millennia? For thousands of years? It would break his spirit if something were to happen to that plant. Travel to the Underbog Coilfang Reservoir and steal a frond of it for us. Underbog. I'll do Underbog again, sure. Spore bats and marshwalkers accumulate fertile spores on their appendages from wandering around the tall-stalked mushrooms in the marsh. As you can see, we're a short people, so our options for gathering these spores are limited. Seek out the spore bats and marshwalkers and gather the fertile spores. Okay. Do these guys have, like, a vendor? Do you have a reputation vendor? And if so, what do you sell? They do have a quartermaster. What do you sell us? Anything that we are ever going to want. A shield would have been nice on the warrior. A wand with 12 stamina and 9 intellect. Yes, please. We need to be revered. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get revered. A dagger. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get revered with these guys. That might require some grinding. And as good as the wand is, let's face it, eventually we're going to replace it with something. Alright, one more quest to grab, it looks like. Stalk the Stalker. Historically, the greatest danger to my people has been from the Marshwalkers. With the new problems we are facing with the Spore Giants, we cannot afford another attack from our ancient enemies. You have proven yourself to be capable. Do you think that you'd be able to journey to the Underbog, Coilfang Reservoir, and eliminate the Great Mother of the Marsh? So we'd have to do... Equip... Ooh, restores mana when you kill a target. We'd have to go do slave pens and Underbog again. Might not be a bad idea. I wouldn't mind doing slave pens again, knowing there's a quest. The quests bring in quite a lot of experience for dungeons, so that could definitely be good. Alright, so we're looking for glow caps and fertile spores off of the spore bats, I guess. Of which there really aren't many on this side of the zone. I'm still contemplating that maybe we should go to the other side of the zone to hunt for them. Oh, we can get them off the marsh walkers around here. Okay. Let's try that. Well, that was unfortunate. I spent so much time trying to line up the Frost Nova that we just body pulled it. It's not good. I am not having a lot of luck finding these mushrooms, though. Oh, here's one over here. Here's another one. Let's go grab the spore bat. They are not dropping many eyes, though, are they? They're dropping some fertile spores, but not a lot of eyes. And we need buffs. Like, right away. Pretty sure they just ran out a couple minutes ago. Definitely important to come and forage in the village. They have as many mushrooms here as I found anywhere else. Well, I mean, items just are not dropping very much. And there aren't a ton of guys to get them from. I mean, we've fought quite a few, but yeah, the drop rate's just pretty low. Let's go ahead and use Evocate here, get all of our mana back. Let's clear this guy out of the way so we can get to the spore bat. Alright, now we just need a couple more glow caps. We still need the spore bat eyes, but we can get that on the other side of the zone. We can get that as we go. For the Sporagar quest, we just need glow caps now. Can we find one more? That's the question. Alright, I do see one ahead. Let's take out these spore bats that are right here. We only need one more eye, so we could get it off of either of these. We could have got it off of either of those, but we didn't. Let's grab our last spore cap from here. And let's go turn these in. Oop, I see another spore bat. And that's it for these guys for now. They have the repeatable quest, I guess, daily, or maybe it's not even just daily, so you can farm rep with them. I don't think we're going to be farming rep with them. We're almost friendly with them. That's something. If we do the quest in the Coilfang Reservoir, we'll probably get at least friendly with them. Alright, that being done, let's head to the north. We do have some more things to do up there. We have to take care of the Daggerfen threat. Get the Vial of Poison. Then we have the Ogre stuff further back on the little plateau back there. And we did get our last Spore Bat eye there, so that's not tracking anymore, that's good. Clears up the map a little bit. Kinda interested in seeing this view from back here. What are we never get sent to kill these Iron Spine Gazers, from what I know. That's just a cool view. That's what that is. Alright, these ogres are going to have mushroom samples on them, supposedly. Gonna have a buddy join us here in a second. Here we go. Let's do that. I didn't even notice the imp underwater as he was. Okay, the brutes don't have any mushrooms. I guess we're fighting this one anyway. Okay, so apparently I have to pay really close attention to what we're gonna fight over here because most of these guys actually don't drop the item apparently. Huh, okay. Well, that's rather unfortunate. It's only the sentries that have it, it looks like. Let's evocate here. Same exact thing's gonna happen, but this time we don't have the Frost buddy up. No social aggro there for some reason. Guess he just wasn't being killed closely enough to him. Kinda wonder if I should go up here and just check it out. This is their captain. He doesn't mind us hanging out with him up here for a minute. Don't need the captain. So yeah, we just need the sentries. Yeah, it really seems like by the towers is the only place where we're gonna find more than one here and there. I hope they start to respawn pretty quickly. Or maybe that they drop some more mushrooms per kill would be good. It looks like they're really only dropping one though. So we'll just have to keep doing laps and waiting on respawns till we get them all. Just looting that guy would have been good. Or maybe it wouldn't have mattered because he doesn't have anything anyway. Let's go ahead and drink a little bit here. Evocate's still got 4 minutes on its cooldown, and we're pretty low on mana. Just in time to catch the respawns over here. Perfect. Glad we're not competing with other players for this one. This would be really tough if there was anybody else around. Well, we're kind of low on mana to deal with the captain, but I guess we don't have a choice. Some crits help. 2 big crits help. 3 big crits in a row will help, yeah. That will do it. Yeah, for as few of these guys as there are, the drop rate really should be 100%. And I wouldn't be opposed to them dropping more than 1 each. It's definitely painful when you kill 6 of them and none of them drop anything. That's when it starts to hurt a little bit. I'm really interested to get into questing in Northrend when Wrath comes out and see if we can feel or discern any big differences in things like the quest design, the objective design, the drop rates, and things like that. I don't think we have any oh yeah, we do, man. It is definitely respawning for us. Yeah, I appreciate that. We've been going between the two towers, like, essentially non-stop, and the respawn rate is just barely keeping up with our needs, which is good. Could be worse. We could be having to wait. Wow, yeah, I was kind of hoping one of these guys could drop the last item we need. Like a 25% drop rate would be okay at this point. Let's see if we can make it happen. There we go. Okay, this one turns in to the south. We could go up here, we could do this stuff. I'm kind of thinking we're still going to get sent back. Like, what do we have up here? Just the one kill quest. Let's go south for now, and then we will... Maybe we'll hearth. Oh, we're set in Telrador. Okay, well, maybe we do the Daggerfen stuff, go back here, set our hearth, and then go turn this in. I'm not really sure the best way to do this. Okay, assassins, we got some trouble here. Well, we're in it now. Let's just go ahead and do what we can do here and try to finish these Daggerfen quests. We need to kill a bunch of them. We're looking for maybe a Daggerfen poison vial, maybe an item off the ground. Well, yeah, I mean, having mana would be good. Be a good first step. Let's go ahead and drink up, shall we? We do need to find this Vial of Poison, whatever it happens to be. Here we go, right here. Let's grab it. We've got a couple of assassins just kind of watching us from the shadows. We're gonna pluck one of them for our last bit of, maybe both of them. I guess they're both gonna come at us now. Okay, there we go. Now we'll evocate. If we ever crit the year of my birth, I'll let you guys know. We've been in the range. We've been very close. But we're soon gonna move out of the range, actually. That window might be closing. Alright, assassin is annoying. Yep. And we do have some company clearing through here now. We only need one more. Maybe we can just grab it. Then we need the poison manual. That's going to be to the south of us here. And the chieftain's totem. Okay, so a few more things left to do here. He's already in a group. They're not going to invite me. Oh, it's so sad. That was something. So now they can invite me, or they can assume that I'm going to die. Which I'm not going to do. Because I am going to ice block. Until our water buddy's up. Then we're gonna do that. And then I don't really have a plan after that, surprisingly. You could have invited me. What do you mean, F me? I mean, you're effing me by not inviting me. Whoa, some hostility there. So why wouldn't they just invite me to the group? That was kind of my intention. Was that they would just invite me. Huh. Never really had that reaction before. This is the first time for everything. See, they must have just thought I was gonna die. Because otherwise they couldn't invite you? You're in a group. I mean, you guys saw the reality. They were in a group together. They could have invited me at their leisure. A lot of hostility, though. A lot of hostility. Now, that being said, we took a big chance, and we could have easily gotten killed there. So, there's that. Let's go ahead and report you for language. There we go. Oh, did we not get the item? I guess we didn't get it. Here it is. Yeah, honestly, I thought I was going to die too. I didn't think there was going to be any way that we survived that. I thought we could maybe, like, my goal was ultimately to kill the chieftain, to loot him really quick, and then to probably die. But I also thought that we would just get an invite from these guys once we pulled, because I didn't think they could even see me coming up the stairs behind them until we were engaged. But it did seem like they were just trying to beat us there, so... No matter what somebody does in a game, guys, even if it really pisses you off, you should probably just never put profanity anywhere where, like, you know, a mod or somebody could see it, someone could report you for it. It's typically not worth it. Typically, I mean, ultimately it's not a huge offense, but it is what it is. If they had gotten to it and pulled it without inviting me, I would have been upset. But I wouldn't have been flinging about the F word. My other thought is, like, that poll went on for a long time, you know, those guys were up for a while, so let's say those two guys were part of a dungeon group that was forming up, and so neither of them is leader. It would be really easy in the minute and a half that it took us to kill that stuff to drop from your dungeon group and just reform with the three of us really quick, get credit for the guy. It would have been faster to disband group, regroup, than to type F off. A-hole. I think that might have been maybe the second thing I've done in any classic playthrough to elicit a profanity aimed at me. I don't remember what the first one was, but I do remember one other time when someone had some profanity for us for something that we did. And the good thing about all that is, like, nobody died. I didn't die, they didn't get killed. I think they were trying to, like, reset the chieftain. I think the reason why the dwarf was running away with him was I think he was trying to maybe get him to reset. Which might have worked had he gone much further. I am willing to admit that aggroing the whole group in the hopes that they would invite me to the group so we could all share the rewards maybe was a little bit of an a-hole move. I don't know, the reason I don't really see it that way is because I did it at a huge personal risk to my own life. I thought after a minute when they didn't invite us that there was no way we were going to live, and I thought maybe I'd be lucky to get the chieftain down and loot his head. But it's possible that I am the a-hole in that situation. It is possible, but I feel like it's fine. There's two of them and one of me, so... The only part that was kind of a-hole-ish was, like, I did an ice block, but I did an ice block under the impression that they weren't going to help or attack any of the guys. The ice block was also, like, supposed to be a mechanism to A, buy time for my water elemental, and B, buy time for them to figure out how to invite me to the group. That's all they needed to do. You're in a dungeon group that's about to go. Say, hey guys, 1 sec, BRB, drop group. It's gonna take 2 seconds to kill the guy. It's gonna be faster to drop your group and reform really quick than it is gonna be to wait for that respawn. I'll say that. And the other funny thing about, like, guilt is usually, like, even if I feel kind of bad for something that I do in the game, skinning somebody's thing, stealing somebody's mob before they can tag it, even when I do feel a little bit of guilt, flinging profanity at me is a great way to, like, absolve all of my guilt. Because I don't really care what happens in a video game. You can have your thoughts and your expressions. I've certainly voiced my thoughts and expressions about people's behavior. You don't, like, throw profanity at them in a game. There's about 1 million things you can do. Usually in a video game when someone pisses you off, the best thing to do is just not to do anything. Just don't say anything. Just don't do anything. If someone is, like, being a hassle in a raid group or something, then you might have to, like, teach them a little bit, you know, tell them what's going on, what to do differently. But if someone's just out in the world and they grief you, I don't know. I think I've given somebody a ... before. But I don't think that, like, spewing your profanity at people in the virtual space is a great idea. I don't think... Because for one, it can get you reported. Now granted, it's a really minor offense, but if you're spewing profanity at everybody who steals a mob from you in World of Warcraft, and every one of those people is reporting you, then you're probably going to get some kind of temporary ban, so I would just say don't do it. Alright, I'm convinced we're going to come back here for an item, but it's done for now. We probably would have wanted to turn this in first and then go to the north. But for now, let's just get back to Telrador and turn some things in, shall we? And you guys let me know in the comments, because I know some of you will anyway. Let me know, am I the a-hole in that situation? Hoping that, you know, trying to get up there, trying to freeze the guys, give it time for them to invite me. Am I the a-hole in that situation? It's okay if I am. I'm just curious to know how you guys feel about it. I know, like I said, I'll get some opinions anyway. And don't argue with each other about it in the comments either. It's okay to have different opinions on this. I'm fine with it either way. There are going to be some people who think that what I did was the a-hole move. There are going to be some people who think that those guys were the a-holes for responding the way they did. I'm fine with my actions. I'm just curious how you guys feel about it. And then there's the idea, like, am I obligated to wait? Because sometimes we do honorable stuff in-game. You know, like, we wait for... So we let someone tag a mob who got there first. We let someone get an item who fought to it. But that doesn't always happen. We've had people run right in front of us and grab items. I've often been really annoyed about it, but I've never needed to tell them to F off a-hole. So yeah, I don't think that, that there is necessarily anything that says you can't tag a mob because someone went up the stairs before you. I figure we each had the even shot of getting it, and they, having two people, they could have been a lot more ballsy and went up there and grabbed everything right away.
You need something? Safe travels.
Either way, let me guys know. Let me know, you guys. I'm curious. Curious about the comments I'll get on this one. We can get a trinket off of this. We can get bracers. Increased damage done by healing and magical fights by 26. Yeah, we're gonna take this and replace the Hypnotist Watch that we've never used a single time. Yep, that's an easy one. Where do we want to put this? I have no more space left for any buttons, so I'll have to rethink some of my keybinds here, it seems. Let's turn this in. Message to Talar. You've been honorable in our dealings. At a time when trust is hard to win among my people, a large number of my brethren have made their home in the old Draenei city of Talar in Nagran to the south. To reach Talar, take the road south into Nagran, then continue southeast until you find yourself... Okay, so a Nagran breadcrumb. We don't really need that right now. We have a Terracar zone to do before we do anything in Nagran. This guy has 3 quests for us out of nowhere. Maybe he got them when we hit level 65? Stinger Venom. 6 Marshlight Bleeder Venom. Lines of communication. Obero Harbage wants you to kill 12 Marshfang Slicers. And the Terror of Marsh Lake. Slay Terror Claw. Okay, that's like a whole bunch of new stuff. And yeah, we're not done. Natural armor. Bring 8 Fenclaw hides. Wow, we have a lot of stuff to do here, guys. This is kind of crazy. I didn't do Obviously, we didn't come here on the Horde side, obviously, but I don't feel like there was as much to do out of the Horde camp. This is killing crawlers. This is in the tunnel between Blades Edge. We can do that at some point as well. We can just make a big circuit of the zone. We can come down and get Terror Claw. Marshfang Slicers are going to be through this area. Fenclaw hides all through here. Yeah, okay, that's going to be next time, guys. I'm going to take a break here. Thank you all for joining me today and for all the support on the series. We are on the eve of pre-patch. Things are very exciting. Hope you guys are excited as well. Let me know what you think. And until next time, take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we will see you back here again really soon. Bye for now.